Mike Moore Media.
It's our monthly podcast from Rockingham Community College. And today I'm talking with David Dillard, Department Chair, Applied and Industrial Technologies Workforce Development. David, always good to have you on the program. How are you?
Doing well. Good to be here with you, Mike.
Well, always good to catch up on some things that are going on. And it's been a while since we spoke, so for those that may not know, what do you do there in Applied and Industrial Technologies and Workforce Development?
Okay, I am the Department Chair of Applied and Industrial Technologies here at Rockingham Community College, as well as Interim Dean of Workforce Development. Primarily, my job now is working with the new Center for Workforce Development building and preparing our programs to kind of move around on campus once that building has been completed. And so under the Applied and Industrial Technologies division falls electrical systems, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration program, welding technology program, computer integrated machining and manual machining program, and a new program that we'll hope to start in the fall, mechatronics engineering technologies program.
Wow, that's exciting. So there's really a lot going on in your department.
It really is. Yes, sir.
Give us an update. I haven't been on campus recently. What's the latest? Where are we in the Center for Workforce Development? How's that coming along?
Well, I believe that they have poured all of the concrete and footing for the buildings, and we're starting to see some of the metal framing go up. Every day I see a couple of new sticks of I-beam kind of coming out of the ground over there in that area. And so they're making good progress. I think that we'll begin to see what's going to look like a building go up here pretty soon.
Okay. That's exciting, isn't it, for everyone involved?
It really is. It really is.
Yeah. Something else exciting. Tell us about the welding program at RCC that's expanding.
Yeah, so at any community college you go to, I guess, across the nation, the welding department or the welding programs we'll usually see a wait list of students just waiting to get into the program. And we currently are located, our welding program is located in IT2, Industrial Technologies Building 1, Industrial Technologies Building 1. And they are equipped with 17 welding booths. And so in Industrial Technologies Building 2, that building is being gutted and renovated to expand that welding program, and we're going to have 40 booths. So we're going from 17 welding booths to 40 welding booths in that building. And they're making quick progress with that renovation. I believe that we'll be able to start moving our equipment into that building sometime around the end of the summer or the beginning of the fall semester. Which would be July, August, if all goes well. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to start moving our program over into that building.
Wow. That's a big increase, 17 to 40 booths.
Yes, that's huge.
Yeah, okay. Well, all the best with that. What about, understand there's a new associate degree in mechatronics, engineering technology. For those of us that don't know what that is, explain that, please.
Okay, so mechatronics, it's been a term that was developed many years ago in Japan. We began to adopt it in the United States here probably back in the early 2000s. But what mechatronics is it combines what an electrician, an electronics technician, their duties with the job duties or skill sets of a mechanic. And so we get the word mechatronics. And so some of the courses that a person would take in that program would be hydraulics, pneumatics, and hydrostatics, so they could deal with hydraulic systems and pneumatic systems. They would take a PLC, programmable logic control course, which is like those units are the brains of any kind of automated system that kind of runs on its own. And, of course, electrical and electricity and electronics courses. So that, and what we're looking to do now in manufacturing, most of the systems that are being installed or put into place in these new manufacturing facilities, it's going more towards automation. And run on their own. And what I normally tell people when we talk about what a mechatronic system is, I tell people to think about a roller coaster. And so if you go to Carowinds or King's Dominion or one of these amusement parks, and when you get on that roller coaster, there's some kid that's got a summer job that straps you into the seat, and they go push a button, right, to start the roller coaster ride going. They are not the ones that's driving that roller coaster. They just hit the start button. Mm-hmm. What takes over after they hit that start button is what would be considered a mechatronic system. You have a computer that is kind of monitoring the ride. It's got sensors throughout the ride that monitors forces and speeds and direction. And that information is fed back to this PLC, the brains of the operation. And then as a result, the program responds to anything that needs to either slow down or speed up or come to a stop. And so you could consider that to be sort of an entertainment version or mechatronics system for the purpose of entertainment. Another example would be these cars that kind of they keep you in your lane, and they automatically cut your bright lights off when someone's approaching you at night and you have your lights on. That automation system that is built into the car, that automation system that controls your ride on a roller coaster, the same technology is used to control automation in manufacturing. Mm-hmm. And so we have an associate's degree that will begin in the fall, manufacturing engineering technology. I think it's about 67 credit hours, and it involves courses in PLCs, sensors, mechanisms, hydrostatics, pneumatics, hydraulics, PLCs. It kind of encompasses all of that. I'm really excited to see how that kind of goes in the coming semester.
Yeah. Is this something that we'll find maybe across the state at community colleges, or is this unique to RCC?
No, this is across the state. In fact, I was on a call with some other colleges that are sort of in our region, and they are in talks now of developing sort of a common curriculum for mechatronics, and this is at probably 2 or 3 different other colleges that were in on that call. Mm-hmm. So it's not unique to Rockingham Community College. It's several colleges across the state currently have a mechatronics program.
But it just shows that our community college system here in North Carolina is certainly on cutting edge, isn't it, of other programs?
Absolutely. I mean, it's pretty new to North Carolina. There are some of the larger schools that have been doing it for a while, but in smaller schools like ours, we're probably one of the first to get that program going. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing that with us. I appreciate the analogies there. I get the vision. I see the picture. Yeah. Thank you for that,
okay.
David. Yeah. What about, I understand there's a new workforce program, certified production technology? The North Carolina Community College System allocated $5.2 million to help community colleges start new programs for high-demand career fields. We applied for that grant, and we were awarded. And we were awarded this grant to start what's called that Certified Production Technician Program. And what that program involves, it falls under the umbrella of the Manufacturing Skills Standards Council. And they are a 501c3 nonprofit, industry-led training, assessment, and certification system that's focused on core skills and knowledge needed by our frontline production workers. This Certified Production Technician certification is backed by the federal government. It's the only ISO standard program covering entry-level, basic frontline supervisory skills. Mm-hmm. It's been vetted by the Department of Labor, the Department of Education, Job Corps, and the Veterans Administration. What it covers is 4 basic areas, and that would be safety and employability. So you would get what would be the equivalent of somewhere between an OSHA 10 and OSHA 30 content in that class. There's a manufacturing processes and production module. That's the second module they take. Learn about basics of mechanics,
and production flow and workflow. The third is quality practices and measurement. So they would go into quality control, learn about control charts, make sure they know how to read rulers and be able to use dial calipers and micrometers. And then the last module is maintenance awareness, where they would learn a little bit about maintenance, the basics of electricity and electronics, basics of hydraulics, lubrication, bearings, just very basic stuff. So what that certification would afford people. So if you look at people coming right out of high school or people who have worked in retail or other areas other than manufacturing, this certification makes that learning curve, if they transition into the manufacturing and an industrial area, it shrinks that learning curve. Mm-hmm. It gets them familiar with the type of equipment, the type of language that's used in a manufacturing environment, the processes that are expected of the employees in a manufacturing environment, and so it's a really good certification for anybody that's making that transition, whether it be from high school or from some other career into industry and advanced manufacturing.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is so exciting to hear you talk about these programs and the things that are happening there in such a positive way at Rockingham Community College. We have just a couple of minutes left. David, anything we need to cover before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would like to mention that we just decided to begin offering some 4-week semesters for parents that have students coming home from university, or even for our local community that's interested in taking a real quick 4-week class, 4-credit class. We're going to have what I'm calling them summer short semesters, but we have 2 semesters. They're 2 4-week semesters that last. The first one begins May the 24th and runs through June 20th, and then we'll have a second round that starts on June the 21st and is going to run to, I think, the second week of July. And these courses that we're offering are college transfer and success course, art appreciation, introduction to computers, intro to criminal justice, personal health and wellness, American history, and introduction to sociology. And so anyone that's interested in it's compressed and they're online, but knocking out some credits towards a degree, a diploma, or a certificate should really look into it. And we're going to offer this again in the winter. And so starting in November, and that's going to run through December the 15th, we'll have these 4-week sessions during that time period. And I think for students coming home from college, I know my son took they called it Maymester at his university, but it's pretty popular for college kids to kind of get credits knocked out towards a degree to enroll in those types of programs.
Okay. Exciting to get that launched, it sounds like, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You're busy.
Very busy.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
I know you're in between classes and things there on campus. So, David, it's always great to get an update from you on the good things happening there in your department. Thank you for taking time to share some of that with us on this podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Mike. I hope you have a great day.
You do, too. We'll talk again. All right.
Okay,
bye.
sir. Bye-bye.
Always good to find out about the positive things happening at Rockingham Community College. That's David Dillard, Department Chair, Applied and Industrial Technologies Workforce Development. Get more information at rockinghamcc.edu.